A little three-banger this afternoon for our roofer over in Pennsylvania. One was with a hotel. It's about 100,000 square feet. The roof's 20 plus years old. It's in terrible condition. Need lots of quotes for emergency repairs and re-roofing quotes. So really good opportunity there. That's scheduled for next week. And then another one with a big manufacturing facility, also around that 100,000 square foot mark, maybe a little bit shorter, but again, perfect timing. It sounds like they're taking lots of competitive quotes for a re-roof, so that's another really good opportunity. And then the third and final one was more of like an intro level meeting, but it's with a university in Pennsylvania, and they're looking to do some projects this summer, so we're going out there, kind of get associated with them, give them some competitive bids and what our pricing would look like come the time for it in the summer. So 3 really good opportunities. Looking forward to see how they go next couple weeks.
I got 2 appointments today for our IT partner in Wisconsin. One was with a sports complex with about 10 users. They're going to meet next week, so that one's going to be pretty good. And then the next one was 125 users. They're a marketing firm. I spoke with their IT director. They had need, so we're meeting the week after that. We're really looking forward to it.
I got a couple good ones for our roofer down in Mount Florida. The first one was an assistant living community, 21,000 square feet. Director of maintenance, just looking for a good inspection. It hasn't been done in a while, should be a good opportunity. And then the second one was with an apartment complex. Each building is roughly 66,000 square feet, and there's 7 of them, so it should be a good opportunity there. They're looking for some bids for the upcoming year, so excited about both of them.
Got an appointment today for my client out in Kansas City. Got pushed down from the president to talk to the controller of an architectural company. 2 locations, 15 users, just looking to get an active quote. Feel like they're overpaying and want to see, an apples to apples comparison of what we bring to the table. Had questions though. It seems like they're not getting, full managed services, so they wanted to see what well we can bring to the table because there might be some missings here, but be a good appointment next Thursday.
Scheduled an appointment with my client out in Tucson, 28 users. Really looking for compliance and cybersecurity. Should be a good one. We go out there in a couple of weeks.
I got an appointment for my roofer in Kansas today. It's with 2 different facilities. One was 40,000 square feet and one was 30,000 square feet. One was looking at a complete re-roof and the other one was for repairs, so both of those should be great opportunities.
Grabbed a great appointment for my client in Milwaukee this morning to a lead that I've been following up with for a little over 2 years. So manufacturer, has a company in place. I spoke to him last year, looking to do some cloud migration, and really just kind of want some oversight or second opinion on his current company's performance, make sure they're, crossing their T's and dotting their I's. So want to see some of our pricing, some of our local manufacturers we're supporting in the area. So 27 workstations with the president, CEO, taking place at the end of the month. Should be a great one. I guess we're building some records, filling out our new Chicago pipeline for our client, making sure we're getting some fresh blood, ground foundation of the overall pipeline. So doing well. Ross is grabbing some good stuff for his clients. Ross, what do you got? What do you got so far today?
So I just pumped in a lot of fresh blood into my pipelines this morning. Been going through it. I actually had a really good warm lead for my client out in Green Bay today with a large company of manufacturing. Talked to the internal CIO. He wanted an email and he wants me to follow up next week to see if the team wants to take an appointment to talk about any upcoming projects. But I'll be excited to talk about that one more next week. But other than that, I have a bunch of clients that are really close to closing some new deals and look forward to talking about those once I get the good news.
A couple of good conversations this morning, but nothing yet. Following up on some warm leads this afternoon. Calling my shot in California.
Calling my shot in Kennesaw.
Having a good day so far, having some good conversations. Haven't gotten on the board yet, but building some records, and I'll be calling my shot in Virginia Beach this afternoon.
Got one from my Buffalo roofer today. They got smoked by a hailstorm, and so siding's down, they got roof damage, and they already had someone out estimating it, so that's good news because we know that they know there's a need. So we're just going to get in and get some numbers, and I expect a couple more appointments from my other clients today.
So I got 2 for my East Coast client, Richmond. More so, an introductory level. They just don't know what the condition of the roofs are, so they want to get a full scope and budget for repairs in the future. So it sounds pretty good. One being a golf course, so I'm sure they're excited to get into the country club there. Then the one I just got was for my Oregon client up in Portland, more specifically in their new market up in Vancouver, Washington. I just got the phone with a new record I built this morning, the maintenance manager for a large facility, and yeah, it said we got roofs over 15 years old since they've even been inspected, it sounds like. So all different materials, about 60,000 square feet total. He just wants to get a full scope also to see what's going on. And it sounds like they're going to be due for some re-roofs here soon, so stand by.
I got 3 good warm leads this morning for my IT client out in Richmond, back to back to back, so that was pretty good. Hopefully one of those pops this afternoon. I'll call my shot for my Minnesota IT client.
I actually got one at the very end of the day yesterday. A really good opportunity. It's for a roofer in San Francisco. It's with super large organization in the Bay Area, and then they also work all throughout California, and it was with the VP of Properties and Facilities. So great contact. He actually, when I was calling him, was on his way to LA. So he always is commuting to different properties all throughout California. So got a meeting for him next Tuesday whenever he's actually going to be back at his main corporate facility, which is going to be a great opportunity with him.
I got a pretty good one this morning for our CPA client. And I spoke with the practice manager over at an oral surgeon office. They have 2 locations. On Zoom info, it says they do about $1 million in revenue. She would not tell me the number over the phone, but was more than happy to talk to Luke about our services, get a quote from us. So that meeting's set up for Monday, the 27th at 11 o'clock. So we'll meet with them then and get a quote over to that. Super excited to hear how that goes. Got a quick catch testimonial video shot this morning. So she did a great job on that, man behind the camera, but got a couple more appies on the board. Super excited about today.
I got one for our Chicago roofer who's about 16,000 square feet, looking at quotes for any repairs that we need after the ice and snow cleared up. Also got a few yesterday, some SureLink action as well as some Fargo action. So working to get another one this afternoon.
Yesterday I got a really good appointment for my Houston roofer. It was 150,000 square feet total, a re-roof, and they were looking for a new relationship with the vendor, so that should be a really good one.
Having a good week so far. I think we're at 7 appointments. Nothing on the board today, but I do have a planned follow-up call for a law firm right now, actually, so hopefully we can cop something for JC's Tech today.
Marge just reeled in our 4th as a team today. I was able to get us started with an email appy I was working on yesterday. I got email back from the manager of IT infrastructure and operations at a bioscience company. He sent me requirements in order to have a meeting and not waste time. We met all the requirements, so he was more than open to meeting. Since it was set up over email, didn't get all the information I usually like to get, but LinkedIn shows about 97 employees, and then with him laying out his requirements, I think he's got some needs. So got that set up for next Tuesday, but I think Emily got one for a client down in yeah. So I'll let her talk about that one.
Got one for my IT client down in Tampa off of an inbound. Didn't leave him a voicemail, and he just wanted to know what was going on. He gave me a call back. Super nice guy. They are a like an online medical billing type of a company, and so not too many users, but they're actively looking to grow. He recognizes that they're going to need some support. He said that they outsource for like hardware and cabling projects. The last ones were done before he started the company, so he's thinking they're going to have some things come up in the next few months. So definitely room for my client to get in there and start that relationship.
I'm gonna call my shot in Austin.
I got an appointment. I'm putting it in now for my roofer in Arkansas. It's a pretty good one, 160,000 square foot building, all sorts of leaks, so I'm excited for them to get out there and close it.
Been calling for some roofing and IT companies. Not on the board yet, but we'll be there soon.
We're doing pretty good. I think we've got 3 or 4 on the day. We really did great yesterday as well, so just kind of carrying that momentum. But I think Christian and Aaron, I think both have 2 on the day. So I'd start with them. I'm going to call my shot. I'm going to call my shot out in Boise today.
So I got an appointment for my client in Buffalo. I reached out to a IT manager. It was with a HVAC and plumbing company. Pitched him. He was open to hear what we could offer. He was looking to get help with some IT project work that he has coming up. So I was able to set that appointment for the 16th of this month. They had about 30 users, so it should be a good opportunity.
I got 2 appointments this morning. One for my IT client in New Jersey with a local logistics company. Spoke with the manager there. It's 25 users. We're meeting with them next Tuesday. The other one was for my IT client. It was with a local water municipality thing. They don't know what it's called, sewer district. Spoke with the executive director there, actively looking, interviewing companies for IT services, wanting to meet someone local. It's like 42 users. We're going to meet with them on that.
Building out some records, going to get one for our Seattle group.
We're going to get our first one here in California.
We got a couple on board from Ryan. Brett got one. I think Miles got a reschedule or a second time, but I'm calling my shot here in Portland today.
I got 2 appointments for our client in Madison, so it's a good growing finance firm that he's going to meet with, and then another company that's looking to just outsource some of their IT work.
I'm going to go ahead and call my shot for my roofer out in Indianapolis.
Pretty solid morning for the pod. Got a second timer for my IT client up in Calgary. It's with the CFO and director of IT at a pretty big golf and turf shop. So we're meeting with them tomorrow. Looks like a pretty good chance for closed business.
Spoke with a property manager of an apartment complex. They have issues in multiple buildings. We're going out next week to quote repairs.
And Nick got an HVAC.
Yeah, it's an appointment for our HVAC client in Indianapolis. They have a ton of units, huge facility. They have a crack in one of their heat exchange units, so we're going to go out and quote total replacement on that. So it should be a good appointment next week.
Jesus is on the board.
Yeah.
We're all still working to get on the board. Jesus, tell us about your meeting first.
Yeah, I got an MSP in Corpus Christi. So he has about 5 different locations, and he's been around for 35 years. Likes what we're doing. He has some internal guys here, but he was asking a lot of good buying questions. So he's on the board. He's going to be meeting with Sam next week, and then he included a bunch of his other marketing people on the call as well. But he's the CEO of the company. So that's MSP Corpus Christi. That's what we got right now.
Waiving cancellation means I'm not going to quit. I think that's all we got right now. I've had a couple conversations with, I had a contractor I talked to in San Antonio. He's got a guy that's a partner of his that wants to check us out before setting up a meeting, so we didn't book any time, but it's a lead weight. And I had another guy I talked to. 2 decision makers got hung up on pretty quickly. So that's the way it goes. Brennan, what are you working on?
I spoke to one guy, and he said he wanted to set something up in a couple weeks. I said, okay. Pushed exclusivity. He's like, yeah, I get it. I literally just can't sit down for a meeting right now. I'm like, okay, cool. Send you an email and follow up in a couple weeks. Another guy, he wants to set up a meeting, an accounting firm in DC. So I've been going back and forth on email with him for times. Send him the calendar, like, he just hasn't answered him on
The guy you spoke with, did he want to meet in 2 weeks, or he wanted you to call him back in 2 weeks to set up a meeting?
Like, if the 18 months seems too long, like, call back.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so lead weight. Right on. Nolan, how about you? Have any conversations?
Yeah, one's warm. Just waiting for him to give me a call back to book a time. And then another one, I got an email that came in a little bit over half an hour ago. Just waiting for him to email me back a time for next Thursday.
Where are you calling?
This one's from Boulder, Colorado.
Janitorial?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had some good conversations today, chasing down some leads for the last week or so. Got a couple more from yesterday to follow up with. So it should help pitch in for the 7. See if we can get some more on the board. But yeah, have a good conversation. It's just nothing on the board yet.
Right on. And Connor, what are you building down there?
Through the end of this year, I started calling May.
Accounting?
May through December. The rest of the calendar year,
already sold, but they're
have a revenue goal met. Like how much incentive?
We got 1 out of 7 HQ appointments, so let's have a good lunch and then come back and have a big afternoon, all right?
So still working on that e-sign feature, working on just building that template out and getting the fields correct. I'm pretty close to finalizing that and moving on to the actual part of sending it to that user and then having them click on the fields and having it populate. So that's what I'm on. I've just been wrapping up notifications that should be pushed out during lunch. Just a couple changes to that and on to the next thing.
Got out the April 7th daily recap, a post about Nick's proposal as well as Ben's proposal, and then I've been doing my grading in 10 out of 10s. I'll be doing the partner appointments and then Arsenal if I get to them. That's about it.
This morning I dove into one of our new client reading up TCS's website, kind of finding a couple issues, fixed those real quick, and now I'm working on the Arsenal, the new site again.
Been reviewing one of our clients out of Chicago, going over their site, just kind of doing like a technical SEO audit. So it'll probably gonna take me the rest of the day to do that.
I've been working on the all team update slides in PowerPoint, 10 out of 10, and the egg incentive for April.
I had a great conversation with an internal candidate this morning for a BDR role. I had a conversation with my client Ellis Mechanical about potentially hiring 2 licensed plumbers for one of their openings, so that would be great news. One of my former recruitment clients actually just renewed their contract yesterday, so that's another open position, and I'm just going to source for them.
I have 2 Balto bills today. I've been working on some invoicing. I actually finished some bonuses from payroll. And that's pretty much what I've got today.
Got an appointment today for my client out in Virginia Beach. It's with a medical nonprofit. It's about 14 users, going to be talking about HIPAA on the meeting. Should be a pretty good one.
Got one for roofer in Oakland. I had spoken with this community about 9 months ago or so. They told me just following spring, they might have some more plans for getting roof work done. Said that they had some damage, but they just weren't ready to schedule. So whenever I called today, I found out that they now have a new management company. It's actually a new property manager, and he said that he's been in the management business for over 15 years, worked all around California, holding different managerial positions, and said that now he's at this position. He's looking to get all issues addressed, and there's actually pooling on the roof. Said that there's consistently 3 to 4 inches or more of water pooling, and they're wanting to do a roof walk with us, get them some immediate proposals, and see if we can be their resource, because his previous resource is about 3 hours away, so he didn't have a direct contact to go to, and showed him the website. We were on the phone, so he already got a really good inside scoop of who we are and what we can do.
Got another one for my roofer in Little Rock. It was with a church. I spoke with the office manager there. She said they've had a lot of repairs and they just keep leaking. So we're gonna go out there and hopefully fix it for them.
I got an appointment today for my roofer out in Texarkana. It's a previous contact. They're a property manager for a bigger company out there. They are actually looking to pivot to start working with us, so they gave us the first property go walk. They said it's vacant. They need a quote on it ASAP to get it turned around on the market, so we're going out to get a quote on it next week.
I set an appointment for our software design partners company here in St. Louis for someone out there in California, a tobacco company, and they were just looking to get some software, some coding and some automation done. So looking forward to seeing how the meeting goes.